All right, Marquis Dendy, another Olympic trials final you're heading over to. I mean, how was the kind of getting the nerves out or anything like that?
Yeah, no, so like I said before, this was just a matter of just practicing a lot more because like I said, I had a knee surgery in December, and so I didn't do indoor, so I didn't get that like extra amount of meets indoor to kind of knock out all the dust. So, and then outdoor was really weird. We didn't have a lot of meets. I had Tom Jones, China, Japan, and then New York at last minute, so that's only 4. So this is my 5th meet. I'm usually my 10th meet by this time. So that's another weird thing as far as for us. So taking that into consideration, my first jump being 795, I'm not gonna, I could have stopped after that point technically, but I chose to practice some more. So it really wasn't much of nerves. It was like, okay, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna try to execute, no fouls, no nothing, which I didn't do, and that was really good. And so I usually pick it up and kind of have that next spark in that 4th round magic. But since that really wasn't the case because it was only 3 jumps, we only had 3. So I mean, I now know that I get to go to tomorrow treatment, do a total recovery, and Monday I'm going to take care of business again, and again, no more fouls.
Did you make the decision to, kind of focusing on practice because you had the injury coming off from the...
Yeah. Well, it was really just because, one, with the combination of the injury, and then I'm going back to my original approach. I'm no longer walking in. I did a lot of walk-ins, like for my beginning, just so I can kind of nurse this knee. And now that it's 100% healthy, and now that I'm confident, kind of loading it up a little bit more, now that I can go back to my original approach. But there's going to be a little bit of rust in there. But again, it was so tough because, like I said, I'm usually 7 meets, 8 meets in by this time. Only having 4 is difficult, so it's going to be weird for, I guess, the entire field, because again, if I only have 4 meets, I guarantee a lot of other people in the field's only going to have 4 or 3 meets too. So with that being said, never fear about those low marks compared to European champs. I know everyone likes to compare our trials to theirs, but I mean, they've had a lot of more meets and we had 0. So it's like, comparison on that, I think that was a really good field. I think everyone kind of going out there and kind of qualifying who was supposed to, did their job. And then as far as for me, I didn't have any fouls. That's what I care about.
There you go. And how did you balance going out? Because it's not like you were staying local for the most part, right? Like you said,
right, yes.
Tom Jones, Florida, but then you going out to Asia and all that, right?
That was tough. Yeah. That was tough. It was like I had Tom Jones and I had China came back. Japan came back, and then New York. So it was like I didn't even stay over there. So again, when you kind of mixed all of those things in there, you kind of can see, okay, he's working on a lot of different things, and never fear. Like I'm not worried about not hitting those big marks yet. I'm saving it for Paris and obviously for the final, but I'm more concerned on not fouling. If I can be 100% healthy while not fouling, I have the opportunity to go ahead and take care of my 4th, 5th, and 6th jumps where I need to be, but it's going to take some time. I'm 31 now, so I can't just come right back and jump that 840 like I did back in college early. So now, as long as I stay healthy and stay that, and stay in my execution, I'm all good.
And I'm just curious, we saw Michael Johnson, he unveiled his league, and, of course, absent was any field events, whether it's long jump or even shot put or anything, right?
Yeah.
Curious if you have thoughts on that, and even like where does the field events kind of fit in the larger landscape of track right now?
I think to me, I don't know if you saw my Instagram post, I had a lot of things to say about it. I think for a guy and everyone that was involved who are medalists, I think if you're a 12-time gold medalist, that's hard. To say that you can't project a story for field events, and that's hard, that makes me feel really, really, disrespected. I feel like there are so many stories, there are so many things that are captivating in jumps, no matter the marks, no matter what happens, and I think it's because that people are lacking the knowledge on like what all goes into it, and they're just fans of themselves. They're not really fans of the sport to me, because I'm a fan of track and field, and that includes distance, that includes steeple, that includes shot put, that includes javelin, that includes the 1-2. I love track and field, and so when you make leagues like that, that just sets that tone and narrative that, okay, well, sprints is the only thing that actually matters, and that hurts my feelings. And so like, it's really unfortunate, and I don't have the outdoor accolades, I guess, or all the medals to kind of make a point. I guess I'm just an outside bystander looking in. But as far as a person who's good in my respective field, I think that's kind of like a low blow for us. And I think that like I wouldn't start something, excuse my French, but half-assed. You know what I'm saying? Like it's either I can do it all the way or I can't. You know what I mean? So with that narrative, it's like, if you can't do something 100%, don't put half of it out and then expect someone to be like, oh yeah, this is great. And that was my only thing about it. But kudos to the league. I'm glad that money is getting entered into sport. That's good. But when you have to, put money at the top and events at the bottom, I don't really know if that's a really good thing to me. So
thanks so much, bro.
Absolutely.